Yes, and it says live. We have confirmed.
Hello.
Hello, everyone, and hello, Moira.
Hello,
And
Angela.
today, my guest is Moira Bramley, and she is from United Kingdom, but for now, she is in Texas. She's joining us from Texas,
Mhm.
being completed an abuse class by Dr. Dane here and Gary Douglas.
And
And
Grace.
thank you. Yeah, and Grace.
And
And
Grace.
thank you for being here and thank you for saying yes. And we have a lot of certified facilitators that we have invited, and each certified facilitator
Mhm.
has been talking on different aspects of presumptive realities and need of reactive realities. But before that, for those of you who may not know Moira Bramley, she's an Access Consciousness certified facilitator. She's a Being You certified facilitator, X-Men certified facilitator, and Conscious Parents and Conscious Kids, right?
Mhm.
Certified
Going to a
facilitator.
3-day body class next 2 months' time.
Whoa! So there's one more hat to be
Yeah.
added to all those specialty classes. And we talked about specialty classes before. Now I would like to ask Moira a very beautiful topic. We will talk about wealth
Mhm.
and perspectives on her perspective on presumptive realities and reactive realities. And before that, Moira, I would like to ask you, I sense that there is a huge difference between the topic when we talk about money and wealth.
Mhm.
First of all, can you talk about the difference
Yeah.
between the mindset, the yeah, presumptions?
Yeah. Well, it includes money. I mean, you
Hmm.
could talk about wealth in relation to money and, business, different way of investing your money.
Hmm.
And then there's the wealth of being. And then
Hmm.
there's the wealth of possibilities, which comes from the wealth of being,
Wow.
the wealth of awareness.
Hmm.
Uh, and it's all interlinked. But money is a great medium to have more of you.
Hmm.
And most people cut themselves off by choosing to shun money and have money not come into their lives.
Hmm.
So that's a way to invite it into your life because money is everywhere. It's like you deal with everybody in every way, shape, or form, like business, paying your home bills, supporting family or friends, or like what everywhere. Money is in like literally everything. So if
Hmm.
you shun money, you shun so many things, but especially your body because it's for your body. Yeah.
Yes, yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And especially this time of our existence when money is almost like trying to be implanted as a lack and scarcity.
Yeah.
What do you notice most about the presumptions and reactive realities about that?
Well, it's all basically it's just propaganda. It's like
Hmm.
they are presumptive realities that there is no money there. I mean, money's just a game. It's just a big game. There's warehouses and warehouses full of it, just waiting for the interest rates to go up or down, or in bond markets, it's all just a big game, literally.
Hmm.
And we all play the game.
Yeah.
Um, but learning to play the game from consciousness is very different from playing the game of this reality. So
Hmm.
it creates separation. It's one of the biggest creators of separation, money, but it really doesn't have to be. And that's one of the things that I had no idea when I embarked on doing seminars and conferences, etc., with Access Consciousness. I was like, I would like me. Because
Hmm.
I came from an incredibly poor background, and I mean financially, but especially the poverty of being.
Hmm.
I had a father who was an alcoholic and a mother who was constantly in PTSD, and she was never present. So I was like, do I exist? Like nobody engaged with me energetically, and I was incredibly energetic. So the
Hmm.
poverty of being is one of the things that I would ask people to really put their attention on if they would like more
Hmm.
awareness, more of them. Because I mean, one of the things we did at the abuse class is we talked about abuse as a whole energetic system or a structure that sits in your world. And we have amazing tools now. Gary and Dane and Grace came up with another one at the abuse class called the need of reactive slime, which
Whoa.
is something that we keep going back into again and again and again. And that comes from the poverty of being. So sorry, I'll go into that in a minute. But if you don't have am I talking too fast?
No, yeah, I'm good. Yeah,
No.
we're good.
If you don't have yourself energetically, and some people might not know what that means, but if you're not aware of you as energy and as space, and as consciousness, that needs to be your target for everything.
Wow.
For anything you want to, anywhere you want to step into greatness, you need to be aware that, sorry, ADHD. So the new tool is like we look for relationships in our life that will create this. It's a cycle of that need of reactive reality. So we'll go back, what we're creating in our lives now, for example, if it's no money, you will choose people that have no money, and you will choose to go back to your family to get that slime, that need of reaction, So we just keep going round and round in an abusive cycle with what's comfortable, thinking that we can fix it if we just go on and argue hard enough, or align and agree as much as we can, or it's absolute insanity. So sorry. So if you can get present enough energetically, and notice when you are, wow, I'm just choosing to react, I'm choosing to go look for that reaction, I'm choosing to go look for that stimuli, that comfort, that abuse, then that's where you can catch it and use the process. But what confuses a lot of people is they say, this isn't working. You need to be in alignment with everything that is, I'd like to destroy and uncreate it.
Yeah.
You can't be in your head or in your presumptive realities going, yeah, I would like to destroy and uncreate that, but you're not energetically on board with it.
Yes.
So it's getting to enough presence, enough awareness to go, whoa, there I go. Okay, everything that is, all the presumptive realities, need of reactive realities, and need of reactive realities, slime, destroy and create it.
Wow.
And that's a work.
Yes.
But you need to really desire to have you, to use the process. Now, here's the other interesting things, actually, is people won't run the processes if they're not aware of the energetics.
Wow. Beautiful. And thank you for the whole thing. Actually, a lot of people presume, especially when there is wealth and a lot of money involved, people are born into it, or they already had it all figured out, and this is what they're living because they see you as you have created your life, as you have stepped out of that um, invalidation of the being. They are seeing you as being present with everything you have already altered, what you have already changed. For those people who are not present with their being, do you have a few questions or processes you can suggest how to become present with everything?
That is literally, it's not something that somebody can implant into you or tell you. It's a desire. It really is a hunger for, I'm having me. And that was, when I first saw the video of Gary and Dane doing bars, I was like, there it is. That's what I'm looking for. And it was the energy of life. It was the aliveness and the presence, and it was a presence.
Life.
Yeah, I was like, pardon?
Sorry, there were some comments there. I was just checking. Sorry.
Okay. So it was, well, that's so funny because I literally heard words.
Yeah, you could have because it's our own live at the moment, and people are saying thank you for the conversation.
Okay. Thank you. So I had such a hunger, and still do,
Beautiful.
to have me. And the wealth is something that then comes along for the ride.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's so true.
But you have to be willing to be the energy of money and ask for it and be willing to receive it. So there are many, many different elements, and I've never had a problem with receiving money or asking for it. You know, you could hand me millions, I would be like, thank you. You know, I wouldn't be like, oh my God, I can't receive that. I would be like, oh my God, thank you. So I'm a bit different. And that's definitely one where people come up against, oh, the discomfort of money. That's definitely one to run.
Yeah.
The need of reactive realities, the presumptive realities, and definitely the need of the reactive slime.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
it's getting present enough. And here's the thing, it's like, what comes first, the chicken or the egg? Until you run those processes and become aware of a space, you're not going to realize that you don't have to fight against money. But
Mm.
it's getting people to just like, I mean, you don't have to change it, just run the processes and see.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
The major presumption we noticed everywhere is that it can't be that easy. Just run a process or ask a question. I have been dealing with this all my life. This
Yeah.
is a big presumption.
Yeah.
And you expressed it so beautifully, the presumptive reality around money or anything,
Mm.
and the need of reactive reality. It is a comfort zone almost that
Yeah.
we were used to how to
Yeah.
deal with it, how to cope with it.
Yeah. It's a coping mechanism.
Yeah.
And even going back to the looking for the slime, it's like it's all a coping mechanism. It's like, well, I can't get that present. It's intense. When the more present you get, the more vulnerable you get. It is intense, and you become aware of so much more. But the rewards far outweigh the
Yeah.
discomfort until you get past the discomfort and you realize that it's all nonsense anyway.
It just comes to, are you going to choose you or not?
Yeah,
Basically.
yeah,
And the slime, I have heard of it because I'm in the translators groups,
mm,
and they have talked about it. What a beautiful concept to talk about with reactive realities, because
yeah,
it's almost like sticking you,
yeah,
pulling you down, just
yeah,
like a slime.
yeah. But
Beautiful.
it's like it's just keeping chipping away at it if you don't change it overnight. I mean, I've changed stuff at the abuse class that I've been asking for 20 years to change,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's these processes. Um,
Yes.
so the more present you become, you see everything from a different space, a different consciousness.
And one more question. What would you say to those? There are also is a lot of people who are looking for one tool, a solution to their own money problems and wealth problems. What would you tell them?
There isn't one tool, and this is the thing. People, they're like, everybody's looking for an easy answer. It's like there are easy answers. It just involves a little bit of work and
Mhm,
a bit of discomfort. But we tell ourselves we're comfortable in these comfort zones, but the
mhm.
comfort is abuse. It's we're used to abuse, and we call that comfort.
Yeah, totally.
So, I mean, the one tool I would start with is, well, they all go together. You can't.
Yeah.
Use the presumptive and reactive reality in the slime one, and um, I would say that more than anything. Keep going with that, because I mean the newest ones before that came out, the awarenesses and processes, is avoidance and defending.
Mhm.
But these tools they supersede the avoidance and defending, because you can get everything in my way, everything, and you can still use them. Everything I'm avoiding and defending here, destroy and uncreate it. But the
Mhm.
presumptive and reactive realities are so much bigger,
Yeah.
so much
More
more
complicated.
totally encompassing. So
Yes.
those processes I would definitely use. And I mean, the wealth of being is knowing what's possible, and it's something that I'm working at all the time. And also, choosing and refusing. So it's coming out of judgment of yourself and just keeping going, keep on trucking.
Yes. It's a continuous work. And it's
Yeah,
a beautiful adventure to discover. And thank you. You
yeah,
got the question out of my head. The wealth of being can be, I can perceive it can be a whole class in itself
yeah,
on wealth of being, there's so much to talk about.
Yeah,
But beautiful way to put it. Thank you, Moira.
you're very welcome. Thank you.
Thank you for being here and giving so much actually in a short time. Thank you for everything you delivered. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Very grateful. Bye, guys.
See you, everyone. Bye.